To begin, I'm using a pencil and I just want to sketch lightly an outline of my house. So I'm going to start with a horizontal line towards the bottom of my paper, leaving a little bit of space on each side. Then I'm going to add a vertical line on the left, a vertical line on the right, and then I'm going to kind of add two more in between those two. And I want to try to make sure that all of my vertical lines are about the same height. Now my center two lines, I'm going to add a point to the top here to make the center part of my house. I'm going to add horizontal lines on either side. I'm going to add some diagonal lines on the outside to make the roof, and then I'm going to connect those with a horizontal line on the top to finish off the roof shape. And the reason I don't want to push super hard with my pencil is that some of this may be covered up with candy, so I may have to erase some of these lines later. Now I also want to create the shape of my door. You could pick a rectangle. I decided that I want to do a curved door, so it's curved at the top. And I thought it might be nice to even add kind of an indication of candy cane there. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Sharpie. I'm going to put my pencil down. I think I have enough detail there to work off of. And now I'm going to start really going in with my Sharpie to create some of the details to my gingerbread house. So I'm going to start kind of in the center and work my way out. And I'm going to go ahead and retrace my door with my Sharpie this time. And I'm trying to think of some areas that I can add peppermint because it's one of my favorite details on gingerbread houses. Now at this point, when we're adding decorations, you can really add any type of candy that you want. The more creative, the better. I'm adding curved lines to make this look like peppermint that's going all the way around the door. I was thinking of some other areas that I could maybe add something peppermint-like. For example, I also love just regular candy canes, and so I thought it might be fun to put those on the outside edges of the house. So I will add a candy cane on this side and have it kind of hooked out, and then I will bring it around and down to make that look like a candy cane. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side so I have a nice symmetrical look to my gingerbread house. Now if you'd rather draw these with pencil first and then trace, you can definitely do that. I'm adding curved lines to these candy canes to make them look nice and striped. And giving them a curved line also helps give the idea that it's a rounded shape. I was thinking of all kinds of other types of candies that I could use to decorate my gingerbread house. I thought maybe I'll add some windows, and I like the shape of the door, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that with the windows, although you could definitely have rectangle windows or whatever other shape you would like. Another one of my favorite decorations or candies to add to my gingerbread house are gumdrops. So I think I'm going to put a little row of gumdrops right in front of the bottom of the house. Now this is a point where I have a line there that I'm going to be erasing because the gumdrops go in front of that line. So I like to line my house with candy, and gumdrops are a really nice one to use to line the house. I'm thinking I'm going to have larger lollipops here. So here's the stick of the lollipop, and then a circle for the top. I'll go ahead and do one on the other side as well. Trying to make them look about the same. I'll continue this line here going up so you can see a little bit of the house. I'll do that on the sides as well. And then I think I want to make it look like there's snow hanging off of the roof, or in this case, frosting hanging off the roof. So I'm making kind of this curvy line that's following the roof line of the house. And that way it makes it look like snow or icicles are hanging down off of the roof line. I'm thinking about other candies I could add, other elements, trying to come up with some creative options here, maybe to decorate the roof. There are just so many different things that you can add to make it look fun and colorful. Sometimes it's hard to choose which one to do next. So I decided that I would maybe do something like M&Ms or Skittles along the top part of my roof line where my roof goes up to a point. So I'm throwing some smaller candies lined up there, up and back down. I do love M&Ms and Skittles both, and I thought they would be a necessary addition to my roof. I also need to add a chimney to my house, so I'm doing that by adding a rectangle with another rectangle on top, and then a couple little candies on top of that for decoration. I want the rest of my roof just to look like there's snow on top, so I'm just keeping it pretty simple and following my lines for the most part all the way around until I connect to my wavy icicle lines. I decided to add some long thin candy here. Maybe it's like a piece of licorice or something like that. That's just kind of lining the roof. And then I thought maybe on the top of the roof I could put something like Red Hots, or maybe just a single M&M or something like that, and then add an element with frosting around it. I decided to put 4 on each side and then have these curved lines connecting them, kind of like frosting maybe, going from one to the next. That's just a nice little pretty detail along the roof. You could also just line your roof with a bunch of candies, or some people use cookies or anything like that to make it look like shingles or fun decorations on the roof of your gingerbread house. Get creative. Think about the candies that you love the most and make sure to include them in your design. I always love to have a path coming up to my gingerbread house, so I thought I would do some type of like peppermint stick coming out on either side to line the path. And then in the center of the path, I'm just going to use circles of candy. And these could be any type of candies. There are so many different options out there. I still feel like my house needs a few more details. I'm going to start by adding a peppermint stick underneath the windows to make it look like windowsills. Little peppermint flower boxes or something. I'm also going to add some lines on the windows by making 2 vertical lines. And then I'll make some horizontal lines as well. I still feel like I need some more elements. I'm looking to see where I can add a couple extra things. So right next to my door looks pretty empty. Maybe I'll add some larger gumdrops, larger candies on either side of my door so that that's filled in nicely. And I also feel like there's some emptiness on the side, so I thought it would be nice to maybe prop up some Christmas tree cookies. Maybe these are some sugar cookies that we baked and iced that look like little Christmas trees, and we can stand them up next to our gingerbread house. I'm going to go ahead and put one on the other side as well so that it's nice and symmetrical and even. I'm really liking the Christmas tree effect here with little circles for ornaments. Maybe those are little red hot candies. All right, now I feel like it's really coming together and I can start thinking about what colors I want to add for my gingerbread house. I'm going to be coloring it in with colored pencils after I add this finishing touch of a little heart above the door. Here I go. I'll just show you bits and pieces of how I colored it. Of course, I started with some brown. I'm adding red for the door, red for the peppermint candies, and just trying a bunch of different colors. I hope you enjoy adding color to your gingerbread house and make it look absolutely beautiful. You can see I'm even adding some color to my trees, just making sure that I get some nice bold colors on all of the different parts of my picture here. I'm using Arteza colored pencils. They create pretty nice bright colors, and I've got quite the variety of pencil colors. You could also use markers or crayons or even paint if you wanted to use that to decorate your gingerbread house. I'm adding finishing touches, little shadows on any of the white areas, just with a little touch of blue to give it a little bit more depth and dimension, and adding those final touches. There you have it, my gingerbread house. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come back for more fun tutorials on my channel, Ehlke Art.